ZTP Magazine World Premiere.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
ZTPmagazine.com brings you a superhero? Not that Ant-Man, this Ant-Man.
Hey, what's going on? It's Antman from ZTP Mag.
And this is Antman Verses.
Yeah, what's going on, guys?
I'm a rockin' and I'm a rollin'. Antman Verses is all about giving you the story the right way. Up close and personal, bringing you all the information about his music familia. Antman Verses not only gives you insight on the artist, but the life and the strive to become the artist they become. Antman Verses.
What's going on, Siobhan?
Not too much. What's up?
Another day, another dollar, something like that.
Right.
A brand new show, man, hanging out live this evening. And we're going to be joined in the 8 o'clock hour by my man, Ray Shank.
I'm super excited.
Master trainer.
You talked about him so much, I feel like I kind of know him.
Whoa, Dave Mosley's in the room. Oh,
Well, hello, Dave.
you took a sexy photo of us. And you just
fail. Total
epically
fail.
failed.
I was trying to do it quietly, licensing and all.
Wow.
Throw that over there. Nobody saw that, right?
Welcome to the show,
We're good.
folks. Hanging out, brand new Antman Verses on this Thursday night. We're going all the way till 10 o'clock. And you guys are hanging out with me, man. Like I said, we're going to be talking to my man Ray Shank here shortly. Master trainer, master of many. And I don't even know what to follow that up with, man, because he is the shit. And I'm going to switch over here real quick. So this is the man himself, Ray Shank. He's of Quest Fitness, and he is a fitness guru. I mean, seriously. So what you guys are checking out here, this is no Photoshop. This is no game. This is all Ray right here in these clips and these pics I'm showing you guys here. And you guys can obviously be just like Ray. I want to be just like Ray. I mean, especially with that one right there. Like, who do you know can do a handstand such as that? I don't know, man. Check out that handstand right there. That is crazy.
Does that really count as a handstand?
I don't even know what it's
I don't
called.
really think that counts as a... I mean...
He's gonna clear it up for us.
That right there, I don't know.
Freakishly crazy, right?
I don't know. It's just insane.
And you think about what a guy has to do to be able to come up that high off of the ground. I mean, we're talking about a guy who's in push-up fashion, pushing off the ground so hard that he straightens flat out about 6 to 7 inches off of the ground.
And not even that, just some of the other pictures you have there of him doing what he does. It's just super impressive. The upper body and core strength you have to be able to do that kind of thing.
And the mindset, too.
And yeah, and that too. It's extremely impressive.
He's gonna be live, and he's gonna be calling in actually here. Once we're gonna get into a song or two, and he's gonna be here. But I'm gonna give you guys an opportunity, man, to go over to Antman VS. Check out my brand new website. It's official, and it's pretty, and it's cool, and it's awesome. And I worked a lot, really hard on it. I think my wife is more pissed about the fact that I've spent more time in the studio in the last couple months than out at events or even spending time with her, so I'm gonna have to start bringing her to the events. I think we're gonna have to start doing that. Yeah,
I'm sure she would appreciate it.
Trained by Shaolin monks is right, Dave.
Totally.
This guy, I'm telling you, man, I can't wait. He's going to be calling in. He's going to be live on the show, and you guys are going to be able to ask him all the questions you want. The best thing about this also is he's writing a Calisthenics Quest comic book style workout book. And this book is basically going to cover everything calisthenics, and I think I might get me a copy, because if I can figure it out, then I think anybody can figure it out. But there's a lot of time.
I would love to see you try to do some of those pictures that he's doing. Let's see you do the one arm thing.
What if I did? What if I did?
I might actually shoot a brick.
Siobhan, I didn't know you were that loose to let bricks out. Wow.
Anyways, moving on.
Oh, eat a dick.
Bring it.
So we got some new sound effects here to show, and I hope you guys are here ready to have an awesome time. We're going to get into some new music right now, and without further ado, man, so these guys are playing this weekend, and it's a free show, and it's at Belthrow Pub. I'm talking about Dread Engine, folks, and Grindhouse, and I love both these bands so much that we're going to play one song from each band tonight, and it's gonna be awesome. My man Ray is in the YouTube channel right now. Quest Fitness is live in the studio right there in the chat room, and he's gonna be live on the phone here shortly. Right after this, we're gonna get into some Dread Engine, and then we're gonna get into some Grindhouse. And I hope you guys are ready, man. This is gonna be awesome. I'm gonna send this one right out to my man Ray. This is called Reflections.
Crazy Dave and Muddy Creek is rocking all weekend long with the Licking County Metal Fest. Featuring Buried at Sunset, Buried in Concrete, Groove, Cryptic, The Admiral Tree, Gudger, Rosary Band, King Oblivion, Browbeater, Domestic Terror, Another Fine Mess, The Lost Boys, Weed Demon, Ironhead, and Iron Gate. 16 bands, 2 stages, $8 for one day, $12 for the weekend. See brownpapertickets.com or get your tickets at Muddy Creek Saloon, 1314 Hebron Road.
Hello?
How's it going, Ray? There we go, man.
All set up now. Cool.
What's
Helps if he turns our mics
It does,
on.
right? It does. Microphones are important. What's going on, Ray? How's it going, man?
Oh, not too bad. Just got done with a full day of training.
A full day of training, and what does that consist of, my man?
Well, me getting my butt out of bed at about 4 a.m., start training people around sometimes 5:30, 6 a.m. And then getting done with training just before you guys called.
Wow. So you have a full day.
Damn.
Is that every day that you do that?
Yeah, that is my full-time gig. And then a little bit of break time in the afternoon to get my stuff done.
Man,
You
know,
want to come be my nanny? Because you got more energy than I do for sure.
I just got accused of that at my son's field day. I have too much energy.
Oh my gosh.
all you're doing is missing a man bun and a minivan in your set, bro.
Never going to happen on the man bun, my friend.
Oh, come on. I'm working on quite the one myself for sure. But so we've been friends for a long time, my man. Like we're talking like eons, right?
That's what it seems like, yeah. I mean, I remember the little kid on a pedal bike, following me around a little bit. The good old days.
The good old days, right before adulting ended up kicking us in the ass.
Yeah.
So
Adulting is pretty horrible.
it is, man. So since the last time that I saw you, which was years ago, man, I'd have to say the better part of 15, 20 years is the last time that I saw you face to face.
Oh, yeah.
And
Oh, yeah.
But so in the meantime, man, like I remember you being a ninja motherfucker all the way through when I was a kid. Like you were just fascinated by most of the just knives, weapons, and stuff. And I remember coming over to your apartment, man, and just being absolutely fascinated with what you had going on. And so talk about what you've been going through since the last time I saw you, man. Fill everybody in.
Well, let's see. After high school and moving on into the adult world, not to be confused with the adult industry, I originally went to school, believe it or not, for electrical engineering. So nothing to do with, what I do now.
Right.
Decided I hated it. Funny thing is I listened to my parents, and that's how I got into electrical engineering. And
funny how that works.
Yeah. The one time you should, or there's two times you shouldn't listen to your parents. One on a job path, and two on your relationships.
So
Those
true.
are the two times you shouldn't listen. After deciding I absolutely hated that, for a temporary job, I got into banking. And I worked in a bank for 12 years, which, that was supposedly going to be temporary. Coming around my close to 12th year, my wife mentioned me. She's like, you hate your cubicle job. You're active. Why don't you become a trainer? And I thought to myself, well, damn, why not? So got into it and kind of just hit the ground running. And I mean, I want to say 4 months after I became a trainer, I ended up quitting my bank job and just doing it full time.
Wow,
which
that's
I'll tell you the truth, for a
man.
trainer is pretty rare. So if you're thinking about becoming a trainer, don't jump in that quickly. But, did that. And then with the martial arts background, I've been teaching my own martial art classes now for about, since 2010. So I've been doing that for a while. It's just been kind of all over the fitness scene, really, with traveling to train with different martial art masters, training with different trainers all over the States. So it's been one hell of a ride.
What's the biggest, hurdle for you? Obviously physical isn't the hurdle we're talking about here. So I mean, you're kind of I don't know, man. I've known you for a long time, so I feel like I'm at a huge advantage compared to somebody who doesn't know you and hasn't seen you. So you're talking about writing this calisthenics book, man. Talk about that. Like, I'm excited. I saw the cover, and that's all I saw. So tell me some more.
I think before you do that, though, for those who don't know what it is, you should explain at least briefly what calisthenics is, because I know at least some of our listeners are probably like, "Cala what?"
Califragilistic
Right.
expialidocious.
Right. Well, I first want to say, and I tell this to everyone, I have no problem with weightlifting. I did it for a long time. I have a lot of friends that do competitive weightlifting, some people that do powerlifting, all that stuff. So, for me to promote calisthenics, I don't want people to think, that I'm completely against weightlifting. I mean, there's something for everyone in the fitness world. But calisthenics, what it is think of it as taking a minimalist approach to fitness. All you're going to use is your body weight. You don't need all these fancy machines. You don't need, a ton of weights. Your body is your weight. So, it's push-ups, it's pull-ups, it's bench dips. And I do understand a lot of people can't do that stuff right off the bat, and that's okay. The book itself is going to show how you can get to those things, how you can knock out your first push-up for people that have never done push-ups, how you can do your first pull-up, for those people that can't do pull-ups. And to be honest, a lot of the guys I see at the gym, they're not really doing pull-ups like they think they're doing.
Cheating ass mofos is what they are.
I totally can't do a pull-up. I'm not even going to act like I can.
Well, if it makes you feel better, there is a guy that's supposed to be like first-round pick for the NHL. He can't do one pull-up.
That actually does make me feel better.
So,
wow, I never thought about it.
If you think about it, pull-ups are hard. You're pulling your entire body weight up into the air.
Right.
And that's a lot of stress on your body if you're not used to it. But the book is going to show ways to work up to that.
Well, you lived in Bel Air, so I imagine, it come natural for you, right?
I will tell you that I definitely struggled when I first started getting into calisthenics. Because, after high school, I fell off the fitness bandwagon for quite a while.
Yeah, I think we all do,
There's some before and after pictures I have of when, I got back into fitness up until now. And let's just say my 20s were not kind to me. So it looked like I might have had more beer than fitness in my 20s. But, when I got back into calisthenics, I couldn't do a good pull-up. I had to use, other methods to get there. And, my push-ups were even sloppy. So that was a big thing for me is, knowing that I haven't always been doing that. It kind of gave me that insight of, okay, here's how people are going to struggle.
Right.
And I've worked with so many people that can't do that one push-up or, do that one pull-up. And, I've gotten them there. So I know the methods I have in the book will work. Matter of fact, last night, one of my clients for the first time got her first clapping push-ups.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
That's impressive.
So, to see that when she first met me, could not do any push-ups. Wow. And she had doubts that she would ever do a push-up. And now she's killing it. And, I have guys doing the same thing where it's like a few weeks ago, one of my clients got his first muscle-up. And a muscle-up, that is, I want to say, one of the beasts of the calisthenic world. You're going from a dead hang on a pull-up bar and pulling yourself up all the way over the bar till your arms are straight below you. So you have to have quite a bit of crazy strength to get up there. And, just to get your arms over the bar and have straight arms at the top of the bar.
Right.
That's crazy.
So the cool thing was he did it in front of his girlfriend.
Nice.
So what better time to actually pull it off?
Right. Wow, man. So what is it for you that keeps you going? I mean, you obviously have a passion for it, and they always say you're always meant to do what you're passionate about. So what is it that, every day? Because, I mean, you got to meet your fair share of I don't know if you would refer to them as patients or customers that are so negative coming in the door. I mean, you said it yourself. So many people are negative about working out these days. I mean, how do you battle that?
Well, at first even myself, I was kind of negative about getting back into the fitness thing. After a while, I'll say it kind of becomes an addiction. You get that endorphin rush, and, afterwards you just feel good. You feel like you're on top of the world. That's kind of what does it for me. But at the same time now, since I've been doing it for so long, it's that idea of, okay, what can I do next? What can I push to?
Right.
And then I work with some phenomenal clients. I mean, they keep me motivated just as much as I keep them motivated, because they're looking for that next new thing. How can I do this? And it's like, well, now, they're pushing to this limit. So I gotta, kick my game up a little bit here.
Right.
Because, as much as I would love to see one of my, martial arts students or clients surpass me in something, I'm not going to make it easy for them. I want it to be a challenge. And it's, it keeps it fun. And that's another thing I've really liked about the calisthenics community is there's a sense of competition, but at the same time, extreme camaraderie. All the people I've worked with were like really good friends. And it's like, hey, you know what? I'm going to try to one up you today. But at the same time, if it doesn't happen, there's like no hard feelings. And it's kind of that, okay, man, you'll get it next time, no problem. And it's not that, ha ha ha, you suck kind of thing, which, I
like
see in the gym sometimes where people are mocking each other because they can't do this next thing. But it's totally not been like that since I got into the calisthenics scene, because everyone tries to coach the next person. I've met with some pretty phenomenal calisthenic coaches, and these guys are like, okay, well, if you're not hitting this move, try this to get you to it. And it's like, oh, well, damn, there it is.
Right.
And that happened to me when I was in Boston. There was one move that was like completely evasive for me, and I spent months working on it and just couldn't hit it. And come to find out, when I met with one of these coaches, like, oh yeah, all you got to do is this one little move here, and then you've got it. Got up there, tried it, and it's like, well, damn, there it is. I was just one little piece that I was missing.
So what is your you said you have a son. How many kids do you have?
Two sons.
2 sons. And
Yep.
I would imagine you're pretty much super dad in front of them on field trips and such, huh?
Well, I showed that picture to my son of me doing the Superman push-up where my hands and feet are up in the air. He's convinced now that I can fly.
That's awesome.
So, I want to keep that alive in him. And, I'm a firm believer that, with your kids, you got to lead by example. If you're wanting your kids to get up and exercise, but you're not getting up and exercising, they're not going to do it. Right. It's just true. How it works. They learn by watching their parents.
More so than most parents even realize, man.
I mean, let me just be honest here. Again, I love you, Mom, but she cussed like a sailor, and now so do I. So it's so true.
Right. I mean, my kids see the stuff I do and think it's pretty normal now.
That's
but
awesome.
When I was at my son's field day just earlier this week, I saw some monkey bars, and I'm like, man, I really want to knock out some muscle ups on there. Yeah. And the person I was doing the field day with, they're like, what's a muscle up? And I'm like, I'm glad you asked. Let's go do them. So I jump up there, I start doing some muscle ups on the bar, and this kid asked their mom, she's like, Mom, can Dad do those? And she's like, no, normal people can't do those. And I'm like, sweet, I am beyond normal now.
Wow.
Normal people can't do those. Oh, wow.
Wow.
So, I mean,
Yeah.
you have your ups and down days, man. What do you suggest to the average person, who might be listening to this, or who might be curious or even scared about, jumping into something like that? Because, calisthenics, man, for a disabled person could wreck them if they're not paying attention.
That's not actually 100% true.
Really?
For most people that I've worked with that have outstanding injuries, like I've worked with a lot of people that have had knee surgeries, shoulder surgeries, things like that, calisthenics has been the way to go. It's really good for building up tendon strength and muscle strength. A lot of people think you need outside force to build up muscle, and you really don't. As long as you have some form of resistance, that's all you need. So when I'm meeting with these clients that are recovering from injuries, just out of physical therapy, we'll do a lot of calisthenics, because then you have to learn to control more muscles at one time instead of, if you're just laying on the bench doing a bench press, all you're working is your chest and shoulders and maybe your triceps a little bit. But if you're doing a push-up, now you're working your abs, you're working your glutes, you're working your pretty much entire body just to do this one push-up, because you don't want to get saggy in the hips or have your butt way up high in the air. You want to keep it nice and clean, like you're a board pushing up and down.
Right.
So, yeah, the idea of calisthenics is you're going to incorporate a lot more muscles at one time. But, a lot of people think, well, I can knock out 100 push-ups. How is that going to be harder? And I'm like, well, you can knock out 100 push-ups. Now do one on one arm.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Let me see you do that. And then they can't do it. It's like, well, now you're having to incorporate more muscles. You're having to focus more, tighten everything. So I found actually it's easier to work with injury prevention with calisthenics than it is with a lot of weight training. And sure, there's always that little bit of risk in everything you do. I mean, you can walk out to your car today and get hit by another car.
Right.
I say that because it's happened to me.
Yeah. True story.
There's risk in everything you do. But calisthenics, I've never really run into someone that's gotten severely hurt from calisthenics, where I've run into so many guys that have torn their rotator cuff from trying to bench press too much weight.
Yeah,
Right.
all those. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I remember, like, before I got hurt and before my accident, like, I had an active membership, and I loved going to the gym, man. It was that rush, that you're referring to, but I think that it was a rush that I was trying to compete with the next big neck dude next to me, and there was no focus on myself and what goals do I have. I was just trying to, oh well, he's sweating really hard, that must be working for him, like, so let me do that. And then it's like 3 days at the gym, and then you're like, oh damn, dude, like, I don't know if I can keep up with this membership. And then before it, you're making up an excuse on why you can't pay like $10 a month.
Right. Where for me, because I do calisthenics, there's no excuse. I mean, I can go to a local park and work out. Which, matter of fact, almost all the photos that are in the book are from me working out at one of the local parks, like just down the street from my house. So it's like, you can't say, well, I have my kids with me, so I can't go to the gym. Bring your fucking kids to the park with you.
Right.
Let the kids play around on the monkey bars and slide down the slide. Do some push-ups, there on the sidewalk. Do some pull-ups on the monkey bars. You can find a way to work out. You don't have to have that gym membership. As a matter of fact, my gym that I own, I don't even charge a membership. People just come to train with me, and that's what they pay for. They pay for the training. They don't worry about paying a membership, and they get one hell of a workout, whether it's a half-hour workout or full-hour workout. And then I'll give them stuff to do at home. It's like, okay, we're not meeting every day of the week, but here's a few extra things you can do at home just to keep on top of it.
Dude, I'll tell you what,
And
like, me and you, like, we had a talk, man, before we did the show, and you sent me some info, and I've been trying it. And you should ask my wife, man. Like, I feel pretty good. Like, honestly, like, I feel really good waking up every morning, like, but it's become if I don't do it for a day, I realize the next day. Like, it's almost like a man, it's kind of like taking a pill for men, kind of like women have to remember to take their birth control, otherwise they get horrendous whatever female issues. It's kind of like it's kind of like that, you know. Like if I don't do it every day, the day I don't, the next day I feel like shit. And
Right.
so like being able to, you're absolutely right, man. You have to just want to get up off the couch. Absolutely.
Yeah, there's a lot to that. I mean, at first it's gonna be hard. It's always hard at first, no matter what you do. I mean, if it's a new job or, you know, even heck, the first time you ever drove a car, it wasn't easy.
That's what she
but
said.
you learn to do it, and now you drive it everywhere.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Yeah. Well played. For me, I think another thing that keeps me going is I work out so much that, you know how you get that little bit of soreness after a workout, like a day or two after?
Yep.
I'm afraid that if I stop working out, the last few years is going to catch up with me all at once and just kill me. So I have to keep working out so that soreness can't set in.
Right.
But it's, you know, for me, it's like a 6-day-a-week thing. I hit it hard 6 days a week. And then there's one day where, I'll tell you the truth, I sit around, I'll have a beer, and I'll play video games. You know, I still, well, most people don't believe it, but I'm still human. So you got to enjoy those little things.
That is true, man. That is true, you know, and kids definitely remind you of that, man. So you have two little inspirations running around every day pushing you like, Daddy, what are you going to do next? Like,
oh, my favorite is when I'm doing pull-ups and they want to hold on to my legs while I do pull-ups.
That's cool.
I'll tell you, that weight adds up really quick.
How old are they?
7 and 4.
Oh yeah, that's definitely that'll definitely add some weight.
Oh yeah, I mean, one of them. Let's see, I think if I had them both together, it's probably about 100 and so pounds extra on my body if I have them both at the same time.
Right.
It's like your wife being pregnant with 2 kids for 10 months.
Right.
No, but so where can everybody find you? I know that you're located in Michigan right now, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
Right. I am in Grand Rapids, Michigan. The website they can go to is questfitnessgym.com. That's got all the information on what I do and all the different types of training I do. And, don't get stuck on the idea that you come work out with me, you're only going to get stuck on calisthenics. I have clients that like the weights, and, I have clients that like cardio. But the calisthenics is, I take advantage of that because in Michigan, I'm the only certified calisthenics trainer.
Yeah, you were telling me that. Yeah, as far as like the Dragon Door certification goes, I am the only one in Michigan right now. And to tell you the truth, I'd love to see more, but I'm it for right now. And I'm happy with that because that's all the clientele I need.
Right, exactly. So it's nice to have that under my belt where it's like, yeah, I'm the only one. So, eat your heart out, guys.
Right. So
yeah, so it's Oh, go ahead.
No, you're good. No, go ahead, man. What were you gonna say?
Oh yeah, so when I'm training people, no one really gets the same workout. Everything's done a little bit different. What's great about working with with that minimalist approach, you're not stuck waiting for that piece of equipment to open up at the gym. Everyone's gone through that where you're sitting there, it's like, man, I was gonna do chest press today on the bar. Now that guy's on the bar and he's just getting started, so now I'm gonna be stuck here waiting for like 20 minutes. No, you just drop down on the floor and start knocking out some push-ups.
Right.
If you have leg day, okay, well, you don't need to load up the bar. You just start doing squats. Or, if you advance beyond regular squats, start doing like pistol squats or shrimp squats. There's so many things you can do. And some of it is pretty freaking crazy. You see these guys doing like, heavy shoulder press. And then you fly up on the wall and start doing like handstand push-ups. I'm like, well, damn, that's some superhero training you're doing there. And I'm like, heck yeah, it is.
That's an American Ninja Warrior type shit, bro.
Right, exactly.
Speaking of, are you gonna go?
I was waiting for that question.
Yeah. I've wanted to ask you that for like 20 years, dude. Like, for real.
I've had so many people ask me if I'm going to do American Ninja Warrior. I have clients ask me. I've had them email me the application form.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's a cool idea, but I'm not sure I have the competitive spirit for it. But at the same time, what's funny about it is I'm kind of short. And most of the stuff on American Ninja Warrior, you got to have a bit of a reach if you're going to make some of those obstacles. And it's like, well, damn, I'm a little fella. I'm going to have to up my jumping game.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yep. There's that dude that's got the record, man. He's 5'8", and he's got the record, man. I mean, so it can be done. Those 6-foot guys ain't got nothing on that little 5'8" dude. But I don't know if he's got extra springs in his shoes or what.
Yeah, I'm only 5'5", so I think I stopped growing around 9th grade.
Me and you both, brother. Me and you both. Like,
I mean, I've got a pretty good vertical, but I don't know.
Man, so where can, if anybody is in the Grand Rapids area, man, where can they find you? Where's your gym at? Can they you take walk-ins, or you have to have appointments?
Usually I work by appointment because, I mean, since I'm a one-man show at the moment, I'm looking to expand within the next few months. But one-man show right now, so calling, setting up an appointment, or shooting me an email, all my info can be found on that website, whether it be phone number, email. Heck, you can find me on Facebook at Quest Fit Gym.
Yep.
So I'm out there, whether it be the Quest Fit Gym, or if I'm on Instagram, or I'm all over the place. I try to market as best as I can just to get the name out there. And some people are hesitant with working with a trainer. That's kind of the big thing.
I think there's a stigma. I think there's a really negative stigma for trainers, and I think it's it's not a, hey, I got 250, let me give it to you. It's a, hey, let's build a relationship. What can we do together? You have to understand your trainer's not there just to whip you into shape. Your trainer's there to, support you, guide you, train you.
Point you in the right direction and give you the tools you need to get there.
Right. And people think, oh, it's going to be a drill instructor. I'm going to be in so much pain tomorrow, blah, blah, blah. If a trainer is busting your ass that bad to where you can't walk the next day, that trainer probably overdid it. You should be walking out, sure, your muscles should be a little bit sore. And, that's normal for anyone first getting back into exercise, is to have that sore muscle. Or if your workout changes a little bit, yeah, you're going to be a little bit sore. But to push you to that point where you're, almost needing a wheelchair, that's a little much. And a trainer should be able to adapt to everyone's goals. I mean, I know some of those trainers out there that are like, well, I train this way, so I'm going to train you this way. And it's like, well, no, it's not how it works. You listen to that customer's goals. You listen to what they enjoy doing. If I have a client that's like, well, I really don't want to lift weights because, and this is common for all women, so all women listen up to this. I hear all the time that women are afraid to lift weights because they don't want to get bulky. Well, that's not going to happen. Not unless you're taking testosterone supplements, steroids, or you're eating 7,000 calories a day to put on muscle mass. So lifting weights, if anything for women, is going to lean you out. So don't be afraid of, lifting a little bit of iron here and there. But at the same time, you can do the same thing with calisthenics. You can do the same thing, regardless of how you want to get there. There's so many ways to get there.
Hey, Ray, so you're into, healthy and stuff like that, and it seems like you're kind of a sports guy. Did you hear that LeBron James is surrounded by questions and an investigation after some of the new things that some of the basketball players are using um, are gonna pretty soon be banned. Turns out that there's no doubt that LeBron James is under investigation by the NBA, but the real reason is why, as to why, will surprise you. His size and strength has been under speculation since entering the NBA. Fresh off the biggest comeback in history, the NBA is now considering banning a nutritional supplement that has become very LeBron's become dependent on over the years. And he started telling his close friends and his classmates, teammates and classmates at college about it way back in the day before it got really big. It helps him get ripped, and he has more testosterone in a matter of weeks. This muscle-building supplement stack first caught in a Hollywood eye when it made headlines a few months ago. Word of these they're being quoted as wonder supplements. They're going to be out for popularity pretty soon, and it's pretty big on the West Coast. But it turns out that LeBron's using a popular supplement designed to burn fat, pack on muscle, and skyrocket energy. It's called Alpha Test Booster. It's a common supplement taken by many pro athletes and bodybuilders, but the NBA is considering banning it for two big reasons. One, it's been clinically proven to make athletes 145% stronger on average, and triples stamina, making it unfair for players who can't keep up on the court. And the second one, these supplements don't have to be used in conjunction with the gym. Users experience massive muscle growth and fat loss without lifting a single weight. The NBA considers this to be a cheat, as it requires hardly any effort on the user's part. So he's under strict, I guess advisement that he very well could not be able to play next year if he chooses to participate. What's your thoughts on this?
Well, first off, I will say this. I myself now am completely supplement free. All my workouts and everything, as far as diet goes, I keep it pretty natural, just eating, good foods, making all my own meals, stuff like that. Because you can get all the nutrients you need from food. Granted, I do love tacos. I love tacos a lot.
Me too.
Tacos are good.
Just eating clean and paying attention to what you eat is really all you need. As far as the stimulant pick-me-ups, a lot of people like the pre-workouts. And, before I kind of changed my habits towards supplements, I was doing the protein powders. I was doing you could do like those testosterone supplement pills and whatnot. And you could do the pre-workout drinks and all that. I did all that stuff. And, other than spending hundreds of dollars a month on supplements, I found, just eating a good meal, through good meals throughout the day, it's all you really need. Because let's look at it. Back in the day, you look at those gladiators who fought in the arenas back in, Roman times. They didn't have supplements, but those guys were huge, and they could tear a man's arm off.
Right.
But as far as those supplements go, if he's taking something that's making it so he doesn't have to work out, that makes me question a lot of things about what's going on. And I don't think that's something that anyone should be taking. But, if a person feels the need to take a supplement and they want to take the lazy way out, that's their prerogative. I'm not going to sit back and say, oh, you can't do this. But, your body, your goals, but at the same time, you got to live with the consequences of what the rules are.
Wow, man. Well, so let everybody know it's going to be questfitness.com is going to be your website, man. Grand Rapids, Michigan. When are you coming down here?
Fitness fitnessgym.com.
Ah, thank you. See,
I put it in there like that.
you did?
I did.
I read it
You
off of
know.
the screen. Quest Fitness Gym. Oh, there we go. The dot is DOT.
Well,
My
yeah,
bad.
because I can't actually
Yeah.
post a link, so
We
I've
couldn't
gotta,
post
like,
a link in a
I've
website.
got to lie
on
to
the
YouTube about what
Yeah.
it is.
Yep, right on. My
Yeah.
bad. Yep, my bad.
But I got you.
Yep, we got it right there. QuestFitnessGym.com. And Grand Rapids, Michigan. My man Ray, are you coming down to Columbus anytime soon, man? You need to come down here. I know there's dojos and stuff down here. Have you thought about coming down here and checking it out?
I wouldn't mind doing that. I was actually 2 weekends ago in Indianapolis. I wasn't far away, but I was in Indianapolis training with a Tai Chi master who is from Chen Village, which Chen Village is like the founding place of Tai Chi.
It is.
That's where it all started.
Right.
And I'll tell you, you see that shit that happens in kung fu movies where someone gets hit and they fly like 30 feet back and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That kind of shit happens and it hurts. It hurts a lot.
So do you think you're at the point where you can kick Steven Seagal's ass yet?
I am so unsure about that dude because I consider the way he looks to be associated with what I refer to as those Mick dojos that are around the area.
Yep.
There's that one that's on every corner. And not saying that, a lot of them aren't legit, but some of them do make me question some things. It's like, okay, well, where did you learn? I mean, there's schools that I've heard where this guy, he would go to like Japan and he went to Japan for a year and then he came back a karate master. And it's like, you don't learn a martial art in a year and claim to be a master. That's just not how that works.
Right.
Paid for advertising.
It takes years to do that and to be a self-proclaimed master. That's
He's
a little
like, I don't know,
little
man.
out there.
Yeah, Siri told me I could be a master of my own seas, so I want to be a master of everything. Yay! I'm a master of everything. So
I'm glad that hasn't gone to your head.
right, yeah, right, exactly. So, man, I thank you so much for hanging out with me, man. I know you gotta get to the family and you got the studio and everything like that, but I'm gonna be coming up there in 2 weeks. I believe, Siobhan, we're heading on a road trip in a couple weeks. And we're going to be going up that way. So I'll give you a call, my man, and I would love to stop by, check out the studio, and see you, brother. I miss you.
Oh, yeah. We'll have to stop for even some, good coffee, too, because I'm always up for a good coffee.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, dude. After the workout, though. I'll do a workout with you for sure.
What are you talking about? You won't have coffee.
Okay,
You'll
yeah.
have tea.
I will have tea and a workout.
I'll drink your coffee. It's cool.
All right. You can drink my coffee while I work out.
Don't worry, you can both work out with me.
Yes!
There we go.
That's even better, man. Well, I look forward to your book, man. When does your book come out?
Well, right now it's in its first stages of editing. My goal is to have it out in the late fall, early winter time. So, if all goes well, that's going to happen. Really excited because one of the big names in calisthenics, my man Danny Cavadlo, who this dude is a frickin' beast when it comes to calisthenics. Like, that human flag picture you've seen me do?
Yeah.
He's done that with someone standing on his side.
What?
I want to see
Yeah.
it. I want to
That's
see it. I want
insane.
to Facebook Live it when I come home. I want to see it. Oh, man.
I will, I'll send you a picture of that, but this dude is an absolute beast. But he's actually helping me out a little bit with the project. He's actually he offered to write up the foreword for me for the book. So super excited about that because, he's kind of one of my calisthenic heroes. And he's actually one of the guys that helped certify me in calisthenics.
Wow.
So I've got that. And then one of my students, he's actually helping me with the editing right now. And then, huge shout out to my wife, Elizabeth. She writes a lot of books, and she's hooked me up with some people that do like the book formatting.
Yeah.
She's hooked me up with all sorts of people to help me out with getting this project together because honestly, if you knew me in school, you would know, why the hell is Ray writing a book?
Right, yeah.
You know, what the hell inspired that?
Well, I'll have to say, I'll admit, man, you sent me the picture of the cover first and then told me you're writing a book. So just imagine, I was like, is he in a video game? Like, what's he doing? Like,
right.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, I still play a lot of those games, and I figured since I was kind of getting sick of seeing a lot of those books out there, you know, with that guy or girl on the cover just flexing their abs and all that crap. It's like, okay, that's been so overdone. I got to do something different. And when I was writing the book, I'm like, you know, my book's got kind of a comic book nerd kind of feel because, you know, that's who I am. That's who I've always been.
Ninja Turtles, bro. That's
so
what I thought.
I'm like, you know what? Let's go with a superhero cover. Let's go with the, you know, superhero landing. And my photographer is like, that is fucking awesome. We have to do that. So photographer, we set up a green screen and all that to get it done. And he put that together, and then I talked to, you know, the actual cover designer, and she, you know, put in all the graphics for it. And yeah, a lot of what's written in that book is kind of done from a superhero point of view, almost like breaking the fourth wall, like, you know, my favorite hero, Deadpool.
Yeah, buddy.
But yeah, it's kind of the path I took on that. Is I really wanted it to be something different, something that hasn't really been done. And, you know, everyone's seen those books. It's just like stereo instructions, like, okay, you do a chest press, and okay, you do, you know, you do some lat pull downs and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, no. We gotta amp this up a little bit.
Yeah.
I even have a section in there on coffee.
Nice.
Wow.
And how you can implement coffee into your workout.
That's what's up. I'm all for that.
So do I get an autographed copy, man? I'm looking really forward to it. Can I get an autographed copy? Because I'm going to put that in a frame in the studio for sure.
You know what? I could probably work that out. My primary way of putting this book out there is going to be mostly ebook. But I am planning to run a series of print copies and whatnot and get that out there as well. So if I get some printed, I'll autograph it and send it to you hot off the press.
Dude, you can't just send it to me. You gotta come sit on the show and bring it to the studio and come hang out.
I could probably work that out. I mean, we'll have a good time. Maybe I'll bring some of my home brew with me.
Yeah.
But yeah, 'cause I mean, I tell all my clients I'm a real person. I brew my own beer. I drink coffee. I eat tacos. So I'm not going
to. And you're happy to be
I can't tell my clients, you can't do this when I'm over here doing it, you know?
Oh, man. That's I really appreciate your time, my man. I know you got family and you got places to go, so I'm not going to keep you. But let everybody know, man, where can they find you again?
You can find me at questfitnessgym.com. You can find me on Facebook at facebook.com/QuestFitGym. Those are the places I spend most of my time.
Right on, man. Thank you, Ray, so much, man. And I value our friendship, man. You are a longtime friend. And, man, you've come so far, man. We both have. Yeah,
absolutely. Absolutely.
So I'm so glad we're not in that town no more, man, at that video store.
I kind of miss the video store.
I do too.
But you know, I'm kind of getting to live what I didn't even realize was my passion until my wife pointed it out.
My wife pointed mine out,
good for that.
Yeah, my wife pointed mine out, too, man. And you know what's funny, dude? It's kind of like, it takes me back. Like, we were Jay and Silent Bob before Jay and Silent Bob were Silent Bob and Jay.
You know, you're pretty right there. I mean, it was early freshman year, I think, for me, and I was hanging out in front of stores and just kind of slumming it, really.
Motherfucker. Anyway, we got all right, man. I'm gonna get some copyright going on here, man. But I miss you, man. I will give you a call when I'm coming through, speeding through your area, and I will come through and check out the studio, man, and definitely let you meet the wife for sure, man. But in the meantime, dude, you stay fresh, as I know you always will, and I will see you on the flip side of things.
Sounds great. Thanks for having me on your show.
No, man. Thank you so much, man. And we will be in touch real soon, dude. You be safe and you have a great night.
All right.
What's going on, Siobhan? How's it going?
You know, just chilling.
So what do you think?
I'm excited at the thought of implementing coffee and working out together. Like, that's, oh, yes, wet dream.
Epically awesome, right? Wow.
Any way in which I can incorporate coffee into my daily routine other than just drinking my coffee, I'm all for.
What's up, guys? You guys are hanging out with Antman and Siobhan, and we need to clear something up. We're going to clear this up in the 9 o'clock hour. We got a little bit of things to talk about. We're going to talk about the power of social media. We're going to talk about how you should and shouldn't use it. And more importantly, we're going to talk about, I don't know, a lot of music. So let's get into a lot of music. You guys going out this weekend, man? Lincoln County metalheads are going out this weekend. Friday and Saturday, Muddy Creek Saloon.
It's gonna be epic.
I can't wait to literally melt my face and break my neck again this weekend. It'll be the second weekend in a row that I broke my neck. Hopefully I don't bash my face this time on the stage. We're going to get into some new music here right now. And I don't know. I love my girl Jasmine Kane, and this is off of her new album, White Noise. And it's called Coming In Hot right here. AntmanVS.com, the best place for unsigned music everywhere.
Coming up the inside, slipping into overdrive, and if it there to see
Dave and Muddy Creek is rocking all weekend long with the Licking County Metal Fest. Featuring Buried at Sunset, Buried in Concrete, Groove, Cryptic, The Admiralty, Gudger, Rosary Band, King Oblivion, Browbeater, Domestic Terror, Another Fine Mess, The Lost Boys, Weed Demon, Ironhead, and Iron Gate. 16 bands, 2 stages, $8 for one day, $12 for the weekend. See brownpapertickets.com or get your tickets at Muddy Creek Saloon, 1314 Hebron Road.
Woo! I can't wait for that show.
It's going to be so much fun.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait. Speaking of can't wait, hanging out, Antman Verses, we got about an hour or so left. So, how much sleep do you get, Siobhan?
According to my app, I get about 3 to maybe, if I'm lucky, 5 hours a night. But my quality is around like 30% most nights.
What do you think about the secret to happiness is when it comes to sleep? What number do you think the magic
when it
number
comes to
is?
sleep, sorry. I was like, you really want me to answer that? I don't know. I mean, they say you should get 8 hours of sleep, so I would think somewhere around that.
About 7 hours, actually. It turns out that a recent survey of 2,000 people by mattress company Amerisleep suggests that perfectly happy people, quote, perfectly happy people, get 7.1 hours of sleep per night. Mostly happy people sleep 7 hours, and somewhat happy people sleep about 6.9 hours, the study shows. Women reporting that getting the least amount of sleep and more than often not, those reporting that fewest hours also said they were the least happy. Less than 6.8 hours of sleep meant complete unhappiness in relationships, constant worry, and never a shred of gratitude is reported also. The survey also found that basically those 25 and younger get a lot of sleep regardless of happiness level. Single people report sleeping the most, while separated people sleep the least. Pre-bed activities best for sleep include meditation or taking a shower, and activities associated with less sleep including working or playing video games, according to this report.
Well, it is true. They found that if you watch TV or you're on your computer or your phone or tablet or iPad, whatever you have, the longer you're on it, the less likely you are to fall asleep. It actually keeps you awake by being on it. You know, I know a lot of people who are like, "Oh yeah, I sit there and play on my phone until I fall asleep." I think it's depending on what you watch,
because I know people
No, it's an actual study that's shown that it's not about what you're doing; it's about looking at the screen. That's what's important. That's the thing that causes you to stay awake and causes you not to be able to fall asleep.
So what do you got coming up for us in a little bit?
I got a couple of things. I got, well, you know, because I always got to throw something about sex in there. I got sex.
I got sex.
And I'm going to start something new, start a new trend, give you guys the horoscopes for the day for not only myself but you. And then starting next week, we're going to get those posted for every horoscope. So if you are into that.
Photo Nation says that's why they have night mode.
It still doesn't matter. Nice try though. Yeah, no. So we're gonna try something new next week and get some horoscopes put up for everybody during the show. And if you're into that, you can easily see what your horoscope is and don't have to go searching through the millions of options there are for them.
And the apps and all that fun jazz.
I have a couple, I'm not going to lie.
I do too. What else you got coming up in the 9 o'clock hour for us?
Death in an Elevator Shaft?
Death in an Elevator Shaft. Sounds like the movie Devil. I can't wait. Let's check it out. We're going to get into this right here. It's called Sober, because I'm totally not. Be right back.
I don't know. saw you, was it just a dream? Like the morning sun, you warmed me to make it right. Yeah, you're all I need. Need you here, need you here with me. If I took your love for granted, it's blind to see. I can feel our hearts beating when you're here with me. All our dreams were too big, never came our way. And it's so hard to believe it would end this way. It's gonna take all to make you see what you mean to me. How my heart breaks and bleeds. Tell me what I should say, what I should do. With a lie, played a fool. Will it make you stay? Can't help thinking about how it used to be. Can't go on without what is now just a memory. Will it take all to make you see what you mean to me? How my heart aches and bleeds. It's gonna take back your kiss, hold you again. If I had just one wish, but till then. Don't know why I feel like I do. Can't stop now. Feels like I'm losing you. Will it take all to make you see what you mean to me? How my heart aches and bleeds. When will it take back your kiss, hold you again? If I had just one wish, but till then. When will I see you again?
Verses. Crazy Dave and Muddy Creek is rocking all weekend long with the Licking County Metal Fest. 16 bands, 2 stages, $8 for one day, $12 for the weekend. See brownpapertickets.com or get your tickets at Muddy Creek Saloon, 1314 Hebron Road.
I love it. The motorboat. Welcome back to the show, folks. Hanging out with Antman and Siobhan. Sponsored by CBDHempHealth.com. Go over there, check it out. See my man Joe.
He'll take care of you.
It's awesome. Awesomeness. 614. What's his phone number, Siobhan? I always say it. What's his phone number, Siobhan?
I don't know. I don't call him. I just go see him.
Oh, you're so fired. Wow.
There's no cheat sheets anywhere either.
There is. 614-407-4420.
Hey, I knew the 4420.
So I want to give a shout out to everybody in the chat room. My man, Photo Nation AP, David Sheets. Shout out to you, man. Secluded Fire. What's going on, guys? And Danielle Best is joining us live in studio in the YouTube. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen?
Yay.
My big ass loves Zumba. Yeah. So, we have to get serious here. Yesterday, we all know about the shooting that took place, the baseball game. Siobhan, you go ahead and fill us in a little bit.
So, I've got a couple of articles here regarding that. The first one is in regards to his wife. She actually says she's a victim as well. The wife of lefty lunatic gunman John Hodgkinson played the victim following her husband's shooting at the congressional baseball practice, saying Thursday she's a victim too. I just wish this would all go away. I don't deserve this. My daughters don't deserve this. I'm sorry that he did this, but there's nothing I can do about it. That's what she says. She downplayed her hubby's extreme political reviews and instead tried to blame the pressures of family life, claiming her adopted daughter had just moved home with them, a 2.5-year-old grandson with her, and just wanted a break.
You know,
like, this is hard for me to read. I'm sorry.
No, you're
it's,
fine.
Yeah. Like, take some responsibility,
Right.
I guess.
Yep.
You know?
Like, your man shot some people.
Right.
Like, you
Don't-
married him.
Yeah, I mean, you had to have known he was somewhat a piece of shit, I guess.
Somebody doesn't. They don't. Rocky X TV is tuning in and he's late.
What
He
up,
says
Rocky?
sorry. Much love, man. No worries, man. We're all adulting here, and but. Back to what you were saying, Siobhan. You know, seriously though, like, you're not accepting responsibility, and really, honestly, it makes you sound like less of a person.
Right.
I think. I think.
I mean, and here,
you have a job to do as a mother. Just don't say anything at all. Don't defend it. Don't.
I feel like
just take care of your kids.
She would have been better off. I don't know. I guess I feel like she would have been better off just not saying anything at all, other than maybe, I'm so sorry for what happened, and that's it.
It's kind of like social media.
Yeah. Don't get me started.
Dave goes, it's not her fault. How the fuck is she responsible? I'm not saying she's responsible.
Not by any means.
I'm saying that you can't be married to somebody like that and not know. Or not whatever. Or not anything. Just, and then when it happens, like, I mean, you look at the historical way some things have played out, and some of the other wives who have been involved in some serious things.
I mean, this is the thing, is she says later in the article, she says he was very to himself, very aloof. He didn't show a lot of emotion to Ellie. You'd think when your grandson is hugging you, you'd show some emotion. Like, that statement alone, if it were me, I don't know, like, if I thought that in my head enough to say it out loud.
If it's a flag, would you bring it to attention is what you really want to know.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, you know.
I'm not saying that she's responsible. I'm not saying by any means that she had hands in it. But
There
you
is
know,
a way in which you kind of almost have to claim some responsibility because you had to have known something wasn't right. And being that he's your husband, I can't believe that he doesn't at least talk to you a little bit.
the bottom line is she went on a source and stated whatever she stated. Now, if you go, there's conflicting news reports, and there's numbers of them. And I know that in this day and age, we're always talking about how right is it, how wrong is it, who cares anyway, type of thing. But at the end of the day, man, I mean, he did go to a baseball game and shoot up a bunch of people, and
Right.
I don't. I'm not saying that she's to blame. I'm not even saying it's her fault. I'm just saying, like, if you see something, say something.
Right.
And I think that we're past that whole living in fear thing. Like, if you know something, you need to say something because I don't know. I mean, it's
Well-
just I know it's hard because I'm not in that position. A lot of people are going to be pissed off at me, and I totally get that.
But here's the other side of it, though, because like I said, I have two. I have that, and then I have the other side that sort of, if you will, defends him. So he actually had a teenage foster daughter, and she committed suicide in '96 by setting herself on fire, according to
She
a report.
Gandhi'd herself.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
So Wanda Stock at 17 had been living with them for a few months when she doused herself with gasoline and burned to death. So
Something you have to ask
know.
yourself about the religious beliefs in the household. Something you have to ask yourself what really happens behind closed doors when we're not around.
right. Right. But in the wake of her death, he actually told the local paper there in Illinois that she was a very practical, level-headed girl. Several years later, they fostered another teen girl whom they later lost custody of after he was accused of abusing her.
See? Okay.
and-
Like, there's always more.
In 2006, he charged into a neighbor's home where the foster daughter was hanging out with a friend, then 19-year-old Amy, and smacked the pal in the face with a closed fist, according to the Daily Beast.
Wow.
At one point, he allegedly pointed a shotgun at her friend or her boyfriend and popped off one round. So, I
A
mean,
history of violence
Yeah.
throughout the entire family.
Yeah.
And the wife goes and makes a statement like that. Man, don't give me
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
and it
it's-
goes on from there, so we'll just leave it at that. But yeah, there's definitely, I mean, when you see a pattern of disturbed behavior, if you don't say something, like you said, see something, say something, if you don't step up and do something or say something, I feel like you're semi-responsible as well.
I mean, I don't know. It's a very silver gray lining, if you will. I don't know, man. It's one of those conversations, but we're gonna get into this right here. Some brand new stuff from Dread Engine. I bet you know what this song is.
Creek is rocking all weekend long with the Licking County Metal Fest. Featuring Buried at Sunset, Buried in Concrete, Groove, Cryptic, The Admiral Tree, Gudger, Rosary Band, King Oblivion, Browbeater, Domestic Terror, Another Fine Mess, The Lost Boys, Weed Demon, Ironhead, and Iron Gate. 16 bands, 2 stages, $8 for one day, $12 for the weekend. See brownpapertickets.com or get your tickets at Muddy Creek Saloon, 1314 Hebron Road.
And we're back. Thank you, Crazy Dave, for that
Oh,
awesome
yeah.
promo for this Lincoln County Metal Fest going on this weekend. And if you guys had a chance, man, you guys were listening to our live interview with Ray Shonk, man. Oh, holy cow. Superhuman califragilistic expialidocious.
Oh, yeah.
Holy cow. So, Siobhan, what's going on, girl? What's this death by elevator shit?
Yeah, so a man jumped to his death at a Times Square hotel amid a music event.
Was it a Katy Perry event?
No, it was not.
Ugh.
I know, right? Like, totally would make you jump to your death, right?
Oh, yeah, totally.
So, a tourist jumped to his own death down an elevator shaft. So inappropriate. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he jumped to his death in an elevator shaft in the Marriott Marquis in Times Square on Thursday during the Songwriters Hall of Fame induction ceremony, of all things.
Eat it, Lars.
So the 28-year-old man had been visiting from Pennsylvania with his parents and was on the 8th floor with them, waiting to leave the hotel after checking out when he plunged down the shaft of one of the hotel's famed glass elevators.
Did he fall, jump, or pushed?
The incident happened around 3 p.m., not far from where the induction ceremony was being held. Some of music's biggest names were reportedly in attendance, including Bono, Quincy Jones, and Andre 3000.
Wow.
They were ultimately there to honor Jay-Z, who is the first rapper to be inducted
Yeah.
into the Hall of Fame.
Which is true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So many people who visit the Marriott Marquis in Midtown simply come to ride the glass elevators and see its illustrious atrium, which is considered the tallest in the world. The man who jumped had been there in the area with his parents when he suddenly walked over to the shaft, stepped over the railing, and jumped, sources say. I was eating in the restaurant with my family when I heard screams and a loud thump, recalls Steve Barrymore, an electrician
A
from
loud
Queens.
thump.
Right, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, an electrician from Queens who was at the hotel because his in-laws were visiting. The man wound up falling all the way to the hotel's basement where he was pronounced dead. Sources told the Post that he was suicidal and had been suffering from depression. It's unclear how long he and his family had been in New York.
You know, coming
It's a
from
hell of a way to choose to take it.
coming from suicide survival, or prevention, or however you want to look at it, suicide surviving, like I have, to hear that,
Right.
you have to really want to accomplish something like that. Like,
I mean, it's
the
one
thoughts that went through
thing-
his head,
Right. It's one thing to think, oh, I'm going to jump over that ledge. It's a whole nother.
or I'm gonna take that knife and cut, because Google said to cut down my arm. Like, I mean,
It's
it's
a whole different mindset to actually go through with it.
yeah, absolutely.
So, yeah, I mean, it doesn't surprise me at all that he was considered suicidal and suffered
Man,
from depression.
I think it's time, Siobhan. I think we need to do a suicide prevention. I think it's time.
I agree.
I think we need to get with our fellow music familia, and we need to do a suicide prevention. And I think anybody...
I don't think it gets talked about nearly enough.
I think it's a scared topic. And what I mean by scared topic, not that the topic itself is scary, and just the conversation, the facial expressions it brings
Right.
when you talk about it. We talk about vets, and we talk about suicide prevention when it comes to the vets, and some of our very own who fight for our rights and our ability to be Americans, and my ability to carry this damn microphone as bravely as I do. And it's damaging to so many more than just the people involved. And
That's true.
so I don't know. I feel obligated. I know I say it a lot, but I feel obligated to pick up something and do something with this. So
Maybe
definitely,
we can get with the boys from Licking County and
Lincoln County Metalheads, absolutely.
yeah.
I think Monty
I'm
and
sure
Roy.
that they would stand behind that.
I think
cause
so. I think Photo Nation AP would too.
as well. Yeah.
Yep. I think
But,
we could get. I think we could get Columbus Botanical Depot in on it. I think
Probably,
we could
yes.
get Rock Outlaws in on
Quite
it.
a few. Quite
yeah,
a few.
I think it. I
so
think it could be a household event.
We'll have to have a meeting on that.
I think a powwow
Yes.
with some CBD.
But moving on to something a little lighter.
yeah.
So, as we all know, I love to bring sex into the topic of discussion.
Yeah.
So, sheriffs want to have an officer basically taken out of the service of being an officer because they discovered that she's kind of got a little bit of a freaky fetish past.
What is she?
So,
The squad car antenna will never look the same again.
So, a freshly sworn in sheriff's officer is fighting for her job after her bosses learned that she had worked as a dominatrix and appeared in bondage fetish flicks. Hudson County Sheriff's Officer Kristen Heyman faces a disciplinary hearing on June 27th. The Jersey Journal reported on Thursday. She didn't use her real name while doing her kinky side jobs between 2010 and 2012, but the department had sought out to bar her from graduating with her academy class June 1st before a judge intervened and ordered her to be part of the ceremony. Her employers
So
had also
stupid.
agreed. Her employers had also sought to prevent her from being sworn in last week before lifting their objections at the last minute. She's on modified duty right now, her attorney said, and hopes to win back full duties.
Don't you look sexy in those pants? Don't you dare! Don't you look sexy in those glasses, woman? You better not. I swear.
Yeah,
Wow.
so she hopes to win back
Wow.
full duties at her disciplinary hearing, and her lawyers argued she's done nothing illegal, but Hudson County sheriff officials said Heyman's actions are unbecoming of an officer.
It's a small white town, and let me ask you
Right.
this: did she
But
do it
see,
before
this
she
is-
was an officer?
Yes, she did. And the thing is that
Look at what Trump did. He grabbed her by her, and look at all that.
my opinion on it is, if she did that on her own time before she was an officer, who gives a shit?
She gave
be
it up to be an
honest.
officer, so what?
Let's be honest. I guarantee that some of the guys that are giving her shit for it probably do some kinky shit with their wife
No,
too.
more than that. I would be interested to find out first and foremost if she was a dominatrix in any neighboring town in or around that area, and were
She
those
might have dominated one of them.
and were they
That's a
and,
good
and,
point.
and are they being hateful motherfuckers because she's a cop and she might be potentially a better cop than them, even though she can whip them into shape. Boom.
I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay, that was appropriate.
So, what else you got, Siobhan?
Well, like I said, I'm gonna start throwing out some horoscopes on the show.
Horoscope.
So we'll start with today's birthday. If it's your birthday today, here is your horoscope of the day. The most important thing for the coming year is that you steer clear of extremes in all areas of your life. A Sun-Saturn link on your birthday means that there is much you can accomplish, but also much you can lose if you let your passions rule you. Stay calm.
Crystal, what's going on, Michelle? How's it going? Hey, congratulations to you and Tristan for getting married, man.
Yes,
Newlyweds.
congratulations.
Crystal Ortiz says, yeah, that's not right. Who cares how she screws?
Exactly, because everybody does it.
Right,
Just some do it with a little more panache, that's all.
Yeah, panache or whips and chains and
Yeah,
handcuffs.
same difference.
Yeah.
But anyways, so I thought as well as letting everyone know what their horoscope was, that I could read our horoscope
Oh, shit.
too. So I myself, I'm a Gemini. So for all you Geminis out there.
But I fall on a fine line. We'll get to me in a minute.
Yeah. So all the Geminis out there, this is your horoscope for today. Why are you feeling sorry for yourself? There is absolutely no reason to believe that the world is against you, but if you allow your mind to get stuck in that groove, it may stay there for some time. You're not a victim, you're a winner. God, I hate when they're right.
Sound like Charlie Sheen. Winning.
Now it's your turn. So,
Oh, eat a
yours.
Bring it.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, your birthday is September 24th, correct?
Wrong. August 24th. And
I'm
so
kidding.
and
I'm kidding.
because of my time, it actually makes me Leo Virgo. I'm on that cusp.
You're actually not. No, you're actually. I did that on purpose because September 23rd is the start of the Libra. But
Yeah.
no, you actually do fall as a Virgo. I don't know.
Really?
Yeah. No,
But
you.
timing wise,
No, you totally fall as a Virgo.
though.
It's 23rd to 22nd always. Well, depending on the month,
I
of
was gonna
course.
say, yeah.
But yeah, no, you do fall as a Virgo.
Stupid.
So as a Virgo, if you are a Virgo as well, if you bite off more than you can chew today, you may regret it later on when you realize that you won't be able to deliver what others have come to expect of you. Try playing down your talents just so it eases the pressure a bit.
I play down my talents. That's why I do this show. Play down my talents. Just kidding. I'm just kidding.
See, you get defensive because you know it's right.
Oh yeah, absolutely right. Yeah. Oh man, you know the funny thing about what we do is we're able to reach out to so many people and create such a positive thing, and you know, I'm taken back by the last 24 hours of what has transpired on social media in the last 24 hours. And I am absolutely speechless about it. We have 15 minutes left in the show. And I'm going to let Siobhan, and we're not going to do douchebag criminals tonight. No. I have one particular douche bag that I want to put out there.
Yeah.
And I'm going to let Siobhan do this so that I don't get so upset that I break my $500 microphone.
So, Ant posted, shared a post the other day that some of you may have saw.
Posted would mean you two sound like Tristan and I, always up for a great discussion. Always.
Yes.
Always.
So, if any of you saw it, there was a post the other day from Antman that was regarding food stamps, and it was a poke and a fun, like, all in good fun. Anybody who knows him knows it was all in good fun.
My girl Danielle Best, I love you because she went to bat for me,
she
man.
did.
And I love her.
It was definitely one of those things that could be taken as you're being an asshole, but knowing the context,
I am an asshole, and you all know that. I mean, we all get
yeah,
along.
I mean, let's be honest. You poke fun at everything. It's not just one thing. And
even myself.
If you see something that you think others will get a kick out of, then you share it. That's what you do. So apparently somebody got their panties in a bunch over it because this is the message he got. You know what your problem is? You expect everyone to cater to your feelings, but you cater to nobody else's. You gripe that you have cut people for not supporting you, but you never like or support anyone else. And the first time that someone calls you out on a really offensive post, you can't even handle it like a man, and you say sorry, but not sorry. You're basically like Trump if you want comparisons. You are rude and selfish. And the reason I know this for sure is because I've helped you and bought things for someone I barely know in support of his baby, while you just gripe and complain that nobody likes you while you don't show them love in return. It's sad, and dude, you ain't hurting my feelings at all. I don't need to post it on Facebook to show what I've done for you because I'm not all about getting praise, but you have just shown me what a douchebag you can really be. I just gotta say, who the fuck do you think you are? Do you know the man that you're talking about?
Photo Nation AP dildo. Dildo.
I mean, really, she obviously didn't know you very well, because anybody who knows you knows that you are probably one of the most selfless people there are. And you are very bad about actually giving yourself props for that.
Yeah.
I mean, like, literally, you do so much for so many people, and I've seen you over the years of our friendship so many times put yourself out and be shit on. Literally, like, shit on. And you just go, oh well, shit happens.
Pick up and go to the next show.
I
Yeah,
mean, like,
yeah.
it's nothing.
Well,
So
the bottom line is, dude.
it shocks me that someone over something so small as a post like that, and you going, oh well, if you're offended, don't be on my page,
Right.
which everybody has done once or
And
twice.
I said hashtag sorry, not sorry. And then I got a Bible long, essentially, I'm breaking up with you as a friend on Facebook message.
Yeah.
Like, bitch, we don't even have any mutual friends. I don't even care. You know?
It's just ridiculous.
But look, the thing is, and this is what pisses me off, all right? I bust my ass for a lot of people, and I might not make it to every show. I might not be able to do certain things, but damn it, I do exactly what the fuck I say I'm gonna do when it needs to be done. If I say I'm gonna be there, I'm there. If I'm not there, it's because I'm in the hospital dealing with my daughter, or I have a mold problem in my house in my studio, or I have some
I just want to point out as well that you sponsored for almost a year and a half a room at Ronald McDonald House, partially with your own money as well. So again, you're a cunt cake. Eat a bag of dicks.
You heard it first, folks, from Siobhan. Eat a bag of dicks. Photo Nation, who pooped on you? And Michelle Karen, thank you. Most caring person. She calls bullshit. And Crystal Ortiz says that I thought it was funny. And so did a bunch of other people.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, get a sense of humor. Get some dick in your life. If you don't swing that way, get somebody to lick your kitty and have a nice day.
And the photo in question, ladies and gentlemen, the photo in question, as I pull up my social media here, and normally I don't pull out my personal social media for the record, but I'm pulling out my personal social media for you, so that way, there's just no bullshit, because, I'm gonna man up. I'm gonna man up. So right here, real quick, let me get this microphone here. No, that's the wide shot. We want the couch shot here, not that one. We want this one. So that's the post in question. I don't know if you happen to see it or not, but it is two heavyset people referring to, there you go. Yeah, this could be us, but we don't get enough food stamps. And that is the post that I posted. I got a lot of likes. I got a lot of laughs. I got a lot of support. It was funny, haha, and funny, hee.
Definitely pissed a few people off. But again, like I said, take a joke. Obviously, you didn't create the meme. Somebody else created it before you. Like, there are so many memes that are so much worse than that.
The thing is like, I don't go all Columbine, and I don't go all keyboard warrior either. And as a matter of fact, there's another post from yesterday.
Michelle, LOL, bitch, I'm on welfare and it's funny shit.
Like, I mean, for real, like, it's no disrespect, man. Like, my thing is, what I poke fun at people who abuse and mistake the system for something that they can manipulate and play with. Because if you got time to play games, then you got time to be a goddamn adult. So the bottom line is, man, and I'm going to tune back to us. Sorry, guys. Apologize for giving you a couch shot without no worth couch being anything. But come sleep on my couch. No, I'm kidding. No, seriously, though, like, it gets me worked up, man, because I do feel like I try to do as best as I can. And yeah, Siobhan, you're right. I do take some things in the ass. But you know what? At the end of the day, man, we all take something in the ass. Life proverbially, because I know Photo Nation is going to go all crazy.
Oh, I'm sure he's going to have something.
He's
going to
go all crazy on that. So, but I'm going to leave that alone. But for real though, like, I support shows. Monty and Roy, man, Lincoln County Metalheads, dude, they support my show on their show. I didn't even know.
True, they do.
I've been watching them since they started, and they didn't say anything to me or anything. They just started doing it. That's exactly what I do, and that's exactly how I do it. Like,
And something else that most people don't realize, the flyers that we show during the show, you actually pull those yourself. The bands don't necessarily send those to you.
Look,
Like, talk
bands-
about doing legwork and supporting somebody.
I'm in the studio, so the studio, I built the studio, I had a handful of people that helped me put the studio together, and it's funny that those handful of people that helped me put the studio together, you can ride in my car when it's dirty, but you can't ride in it when it's clean. I don't understand what the problem is. You know, I put in a lot of work. I bust my ass, and this isn't about I and me and this and that. No, I always use the word we, us, them, you know. So I don't know, man. But you know, there's something to be said about bands that want promotion and want advertising, but don't send any flyers. Don't do only but one post a week. Don't whatever.
True.
The reason why I don't post as much. I post a one quote in the morning, and I post some funny shit throughout the day. But I don't oversaturate social media. I leave that to my friends. I mean, there's no, I don't have that much to talk about. I really just don't have that much to talk about where I'm, all gonna, look at what I did. Oh, I pooped today, and it was purple. And
No, that's Dave Sheets.
No, that's battle shits on Snapchat with Dave Sheets. Anybody who's been in battle shit competitions with Dave Sheets, holla.
It really is
know.
a thing.
It is a thing.
It really is a thing.
And just so you know, it doesn't matter how big of a bowl you have, it's the curve in the turd.
And with that, we're going to move on.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Are we better than that?
I think we're better
Of
than
course not.
Oh, man. You guys have been awesome, man. We are hanging out here. We got about 5 minutes left. Does anybody want to shout out to before we get out the door, Siobhan?
No, I don't think so. You know, other than, of course,
There's nobody you want to... You're such a bitch.
No, our loyal supporters in the chat room, our viewers, our watchers
We
who
have
sit
a
back
weekly-
and don't say anything.
That's Matt Mailman, by the way.
Oh, what up, man?
Yeah. And I
You
want...
could say hi, you know.
And I want to point out, Joe reached out to Matt, and Matt reached out to Joe, and Joe is sending Matt a sample pack for his mom and dad.
That's awesome.
So I can't wait to hear.
That's
I'm gonna
awesome.
try. Maybe I'll get Matt on the show to talk about that a little bit. I know he doesn't like being on microphone and he hates it. So what I'll do is I'll just call him, and then I just won't tell him we're on the show, and we'll just get him to talk about it. And
Well,
then-
now you've blown it because now he knows you're going to do it.
No, he doesn't, because I know he's probably not listening to the show.
Well, it doesn't mean he won't listen later.
We'll see. We'll see, won't we? Next week, he'll be like, oh, hell no, I ain't calling. Nope. Straight to voicemail.
Ants calling? Nope.
If it's between 8 and 10, yeah, fuck no, voicemail. But, hey, guys, I want to give a shout-out to you guys so much, man. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys, and I appreciate what you guys do, man. My music familia, and there's a lot more to come, man. AntmanVS.com for all my social media. I swear, if I offend you, I'm sorry. You can reach out. I will be apologetic, and I will say I'm sorry. And then I'm going to give you the finger and delete you. No, I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. Seriously, though, if I've ever offended you, I do apologize sincerely. I'm not that kind of a douchebag. I try to just make light of everything, man. If you knew what I've been through, then you'd be laughing too. Trust me. So, be good to each other, man. Have a great week. Have a great rest of your week, actually, and a great weekend. I'll see you guys, Lincoln County Metalheads, Friday, and I'm hoping Saturday, too. I really, really, really want to go both days. So, hopefully you guys are out there, man. Muddy Creek Saloon, all the way out there in Heath, Ohio. Beautiful area, man. So quiet. So
We love you too, Natty.
The fresh air is freaking awesome. And Dave was outside grilling. So mad he missed that one. It's Natty. Love you. I love you, Natty. And
We're
Rocky,
going to come over for dinner, Natty.
Rocky X. I love you, man. And Mrs. Rocky X.
Yes.
We have to get in touch soon, guys. Definitely. We should all collaborate on our own little thingy-majig. It'd be fun. What do you say?
Oh, yeah.
Get in touch with the Antman, AntmanVS.com. Subscribe to my website, because shit's about to get real. Oh, boy. Just like this weekend, Lincoln County Metalheads. I'm your man, Antman, and I'm out the door. Siobhan. It's always
See
awesome
y'all
spending
later.
time with you. I will see you next Tuesday. And I'll see you actually.
See you Friday.
Friday.
If you're there.
You're gonna
you
be-
better be there.
I was going to say.
It's gonna be one hell of a show.
Damn it, man.
Can't wait.
This is Crazy Dave and Muddy Creek is
Speaking
rocking
of,
all
I had to
weekend
hear
long
his
with
sexy
the
ginger
Licking
voice
County
again.
Metal Fest. 16 bands, 2 stages, $8 for one day, $12 for the weekend. See brownpapertickets.com or get your tickets at Muddy Creek Saloon, 1314 Hebron Road.